back here again. Katrine, we have now claimed a new settlement. So I thought I would show you guys how I like to set up a new settlement. So to start with, I claimed the settlement, and then I put, oh, yes, hello. Okay, so first I put down pavers right around the main central portion. The way I do that is, let me just go back here because I've already done it here. So what I will do is I will just try and get it as close as I can lined up with that. And by putting it on top of those what do you call it, the pallets, it ends up being just a little bit too high, and every time you try and walk on them, they are going to obstruct your walking, and probably the NPCs as well, because if you do it properly, the NPCs in your settlement will walk on your paving stones. So the way I change that is by changing the height. And I changed the height. Let me get rid of the pavers that are there first for now. Can I get that one underneath? Let's duplicate this out first. And I'll get rid of this one if I can select there. Okay, so the way I change the height for this one is I take one of these raised small pavers and I stack 3 on top of one another, and then I delete the bottom 2. I snap this one up there, and then I delete those. Then I take 2 of these and I bring the level down 1, or bring the level down to there. That's the first step. Then the next step is I do this again. And this time I bring the level down 3 of these, and that brings the level of the pavers down so that it's just near the tops of these. Now personally, I like it to be a little bit lower than that, because if you see, my pavers are just slightly lower than that. So in order to bring it down slightly again, I just repeat that process. So I take this and I stack that up with 3. Come down 2 of these short walls. One more time. Oops, delete the wrong one there. Come down 3. And that brings the level down to the level so that it just clears the terrain. So that's a good level, and that's the level that I like to have my pavers at, because if you see, my other pavers match that level. So that's how I get the right level for my pavers. And then let me put these back quickly. And then you'll find that each settlement sort of lends itself to a different kind of design. This one happened, I like to put the black ones around to get them the black color on your pavers. You need to take one of these alloy walls, but you're going to put the paver into your cache. First you're going to duplicate it, and then you're going to press the square and the triangle at exactly the same time, if I can get it to work. Okay, so now you have that signal. So now you're going to duplicate the wall, and then press the triangle and build at exactly the same moment. And if it works, it doesn't always work. Just saying. This technique I learned from Beeblebum. And this gives you a nice black color to your pavers by doing that. Okay, so that's how you do the black color. And this particular one seemed to lend itself, because the office is being built almost 45-degree angles from there. I did a 45-degree angle walkway over to the office. To do a 45-degree angle, I took a paver. Let's move this out a little ways. I took a paver and I put the power door there. Then I put a wire to the power door. And then I put a wire from there, from this one there. This is how you do a flat level wire as well. So I press the, do a wire glitch. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Because now a wire glitched that. I just want to put a wire. Once you get the wire, then you just put the wire down there. And we can delete the door and the angled wire. And now I'm going to put one over there, and then I'm going to wire glitch this one back over here. And that gives me an exact 45-degree angle. And that's what I used for those, okay? And that's how you do that. Oh, there's a wire in there now. And I won't be able to get it out because it's inside the terrain. In any case, doesn't matter. Okay, so there is the office at a 45-degree angle from there. And I did a nice little square around it for a courtyard around the office. And then maybe what I'll do is maybe put in a landing pad, because if I don't put in a landing pad beside my office, I have computer base. My base computer is off to the side somewhere at this point. I'm trying to see where it is now. It's not going to show me to me. Where are you, base computer? There it is. Okay, so yeah, my ship and my base computer are way over there, and my ship will always land over by where the base computer started, regardless of whether I have it by my, no matter where once I teleport into this base, my ship will always land over there. So I'm going to build a landing pad beside my office here, so that when my when I teleport into the base, my ship will stay over here. Okay, and we'll just extend the courtyard out for that. And I'll get that in there. That's down one. And then I'll be able to center my landing pad and have it just below the pavers so that it will sit nicely. So I'll get the landing pad there, and that sits down nicely. And if I move this so that that is away from that side, then my ship will point the way I want it to point. And I like to, I'll put the black pavers around the outside of the courtyard to define the outside of the courtyard. And then I'll do some red pavers to highlight my landing pad. And the way I do the red pavers is I take the paving and I color it red. And then I take a paver and I do the adjacency glitch with the paver. And for some reason, it never works right the first time. And the first time I did this, I did it over and over and over again until I got it right, and now it's still not doing it. Okay, so now, oh, yeah, I think I have it now. Okay, so now the pavers are nice and red. It gives a nice contrasting color to the landing pad. And now when I bring my ship in, hopefully it will point the way I want it to point. Perfect. Okay, so it's lined up nicely. So now let's get the office going here. Let's see if we've got any windows in our office. Oh, it looks like we have at least one little round window in the office. Oh, 2 round windows. That'll be nice. 2 little round windows in the office. That'll be nice. Okay. So now we wait for that to... While that is finishing up, we do have a power hotspot. I'm pretty sure it's beeping away, but I am pretty sure there's one in this direction. We'll check it out. It might not be within reaching distance. I don't think I'm going to worry about that right now, because for this base we're not going to need a lot of power. We're just going to have a teleporter and maybe a few lights. So maybe all we'll do is we'll just do some solar panels and some batteries to power this base up. If we were doing a lot of biodomes or mineral extractors, then we would need more power, but this is just a base so that it looks pretty. Okay, we'll do the final one. Need some microprocessors. Okay, let's make some microprocessors. We need some nanotubes. And we'll make some. We usually need a few of those. So there's the microprocessors, and we'll get our office done. This is exciting, a new settlement. I always like a new settlement. This settlement has 26 citizens. They're kind of happy, maybe sort of a little bit. They're not extremely unhappy. I've had worse. I have one in one of my saves that's like, it started out at 0% happiness and it's at 1% now. It just takes time to develop. So this will be a fun settlement to develop for this save. It's a challenge. It'll be a challenge. Okay. So we'll get this going. We'll get our office almost ready. Just takes a few minutes for the office to build. '91, '92, '93, '94, '95. I'll bet a guy walks right out of the door as soon as it's built. No? Yeah. Always, one guy always walks right out. How did he get in there? I'd like to know. Okay. So here we are. We have our new settlement office. Okay, so we're going to view our construction opportunity. So we can either make people happy or we can make a tower. Let's make a tower. We can make people happy later. Right now we should try and increase our productivity here so we can get our... Oh, the tower is just over here. Oh, that would be nice. So that's going to take... How long is that going to take? That's going to take an hour. So in the meantime, we can get things organized over here in our office. Now what I'd like to do is I like to have a sales terminal, a galactic sales terminal inside my office. So the way I do that is I take a wall. Oh, first of all, I have to make a teeny tiny wire. So by making a teeny tiny, to make a teeny tiny wire, I take something that can be resized. You can pretty much take anything that can be resized. And you put it there. Well, you don't put it there, you just hold it. Then I like to color it, the color, any other color other than the natural color, because it'll take on a red color if you don't do this. And then you switch to the wire, and then you start the wire, and then you switch back to the wire. You shrink that one right down to the smallest it'll go, and then you push the triangle and build, and you get a little tiny wire. So there's our wire, which we can now select. So now I take a wall, the stone wall, and I'll put that in my wire cache. Then I'll select the wire and I'll duplicate it, and hopefully we have a little teeny tiny wall. So now if I duplicate that and I take snapping off, I can now put it against the wall in my office. And for some reason it just will stay green stated right there. So I kind of put it in there so that it's kind of straight on that wall, centered. Now we have a wall on our wall. and we take the galactic tray terminal and we put snapping back on, and that snaps right nicely against our wall. How nice is that, eh? Perfect. Okay, we should probably do a little save so that we don't lose our progress. Now the next thing I like to do is put a teleporter in. So the teleporter needs to come in because otherwise when we teleport into the base, we'll end up at the base computer, and we do not want that. So I'm going to build a teleporter for the base, but I'm going to make a teeny tiny one. So I'm going to put that in my wire cache and do a universal adjacency glitch here by pressing the square and the triangle at exactly the same time. Hopefully I can get it to work. Sometimes it takes a few tries. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And now we're going to duplicate this wire, and we're going to build, well, at least we're going to try and build. It never seems to work the first time. Not the second time this time either. Now these tricks don't always work right away, but if you persist, you can get them to work. Again, it takes a few times. For the sake of the tutorial, I might fast forward through some of this, or take some of this out, so I can look smarter than I really am. Okay, so now we have a teeny tiny teleporter. So now the move button does work, so we can move this now. And I like to put it right next to the teleporter here in the office. It seems to be the best location for it to work when you teleport in. So let's put that in place. Now we're going to need some power for that. So let us be clever and bury some power, because I don't really want it showing. Okay, so if I go down and put in one of these, I can snap another one underneath, and probably another one underneath that one. And then I put a door in that, and put a ladder down to that one, and a ladder down to that one. Now on here, I can put some solar panels and some batteries. It depends on how long the nighttime is as to how many you actually need. But you don't actually have to wire these up. We can just wire glitch. We can now delete that, delete that, delete that, and now we can just do the wire from here. Oh, let's put a light in. Oh, let's do the wire from here to our teleporter, which is right there. Did it not work now? Oh, it probably isn't working yet because we don't have, it's nighttime. So we've got this all hooked up. So it should work, and it's all going to be hidden underneath the pavers. I'm also going to put in a wire hider down there. Well, that's not going to work. But a wire hider can go anywhere. Okay, that'll eventually heal up. But we can put another one on top of there. And we can put our wire hider inside here. Let's do that. So that way, when we go inside, we have power. We've got power, yay! Okay, we've got power. We've got a galactic trade terminal in our office where we can buy and sell stuff. Cool. So I think that's pretty much it. We're ready to go now. Oh, that's not. You want this color there. So that's basically how I like to set up my settlements. And that's how I get the pavers going. I find that in the settlements, if you do the, oh, this guy's trying to get away. Let's see if we can help the guy out. What happens if I do this? There. See? That's how I get the NPCs to move along, move along. Okay. So there, we have our settlement done. We've got our tower construction underway. And we've got a lovely new settlement on this beautiful planet. If it looks familiar to you, yes, this is the same planet that I have the circle in the round. I have no intentions of uploading this. I just thought you guys would like to see how I like to set up the settlements. And there we go. All right. So that'll be it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys think about liking and subscribing, because that would really help my channel out. Really appreciate that. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.